Hi everyone. I wanted to share with you my journal that I started in the other video, and remember it was from a magazine, okay? And so I did the front, and you can still see a little bit of the words underneath. It doesn't bother me, but if it bothers you, you could do another layer, or you could use Sharpie on it, or another marker. So I didn't know what this front was gonna look like, but I did my scribble art from my other video on there, and then it turned into two people dancing. So I turned it all different ways. I thought this guy could have been a scuba diver, and there's a line here that I think you can see maybe just a little bit of the V line. It could have been a stingray. My husband thought that this whole thing and these two heads could have been eyes for like a skeleton, and maybe there's the mouth down there. So there's all sorts of things you can do. Now, what I wanted to show you inside here is I've added different kinds of papers. So this is just a whole bunch of paper that I just tore up, and I liked this in the magazine. So if you see something from the magazine that you like, it's kind of fun to go around it. Or maybe you have multiple magazines and you want to tear words out to glue on. And I thought this will be kind of cool for me to draw on, or maybe I want to journal different things in each spot. And I showed how to make the pocket before, and sometimes glue stick doesn't stay very well, so if you come up with a different type of glue that maybe works, you could do that. This one, I just put the green paper and then made that pocket by folding the paper. And then I found some lined paper, and I thought it would be kind of cool, and I really liked this design. So what I did was I folded this paper and I tore a little circle out, and then I laid my paper where I wanted it to, and then I kept tearing until I went around that space. So I thought that was pretty cute to have on there. And you can see I like different textures, and so I didn't glue this all the way down because I like the little ruffly part of that. And so you can see how I like to extend things to the other page. I don't have anything on this page yet. I have no idea what I'm gonna do. But then I also wanted to show you some different things. So I have this paper here, and I like to crumple stuff up sometimes. And it starts to get all these crinkly textures. And the more you crumple it up, the softer it becomes. And so I might use that on some of my pages. And then as I'm tearing, I have all these pieces. So I showed in the other video that you can just kind of make things with torn paper. And so I thought I might do a little bit of that in this video. I also wanted to show how to make sure you're not being messy with the glue. Something that parents think about, but sometimes kids don't always think about. So I like to have a piece of paper. Usually I have a large piece. This is blank on both sides, so I might want to use it for something else, but having a bigger piece helps. And then you can lay your paper on there, and then you glue it, and guess what? The glue doesn't get on the table. Okay, so make sure you're using that so you're not making a mess. I'm gonna use this little piece, and I'm gonna try to make some sort of a little flower or something in the corner right here. So I'm just gonna put glue on it, and then I'm gonna lift it up with my finger, and then it kind of looks like a petal, okay? And so I'm going to lay it down on there. And then I like to put the paper in a different spot, and then I'm gonna do that. And sometimes it sticks to the glue, and so then I can just lift it off and put on another petal. And I can keep going and going as I want to make these. Okay. Another thing that you could do is, if you've watched some of my other videos, I did a video on coffee and tea art, and I used a fork to make designs, but you could use any tool and you could draw inside your journal and have lots of different stained things. Now you wouldn't want to close it right away, of course, but once it dries, then you could close it. Okay, so here I have the start of my flower. And sometimes I, rub like a piece of paper over it. So I'm gonna take my folded or my glue paper and then fold it. And I'm just gonna kind of wipe some of that glue off. And it's crumpled up my paper there. But I'm just gonna try to get rid of some of that glue. And you might wanna let it, dry a little bit and then fold it, and you can put a book over it, whatever you want to do, okay? And then I can draw with that. So maybe I want to make designs going with my paper idea. Okay, so there's all sorts of things that you can do with this, and then they're all in one spot, okay? Does that make sense? Again, don't hesitate to send me a message, email me. I just want you guys thinking and just having fun, okay? Have a great day. Bye.